Hey guys, and thanks so much for joining me for another week of What's for Dinner. My name is Stephanie. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're not, welcome back. This week's What's for Dinner video is going to be inspired by the beautiful, amazing Joana Gaines and her brand new cookbook, Magnolia Table Volume 2. I have her first book and it was amazing, so I knew her second one would be too. I've picked out 3 recipes that I wanted to share with you guys because they were so delicious, and I will show you guys how I made them. So the first recipe I'm going to try is the Friendsgiving Casserole. I love Thanksgiving food all year round, so I'm not really worried about the fact that it's called a Friendsgiving Casserole. Also, my cousin's fiance made this and posted it on Instagram, and it looked fabulous, so I had to try it, and I'll show you guys how I made it. So as you can see here, I'm just going ahead and seasoning up my onions and celery. I've gone ahead and had them in that melted butter, and I'm just sauteing them around. Once this is a little bit more translucent, I'm going to go ahead and add in my garlic to this. Like once it gets to that stage, I'm adding in my garlic, and I'm just going to go ahead and let that get all nice and toasty too. And then I'm going to add in my cream and just kind of let that simmer away and create the sauce. See how it got a little bit thicker there? And then so this part of the dish is done. So the first thing you're going to do is layer your chicken in the bottom of the pan, and then once that's all layered evenly in the bottom of the pan, you're going to cover it with sour cream. I forgot to film this part, and I'm not sorry I did because it was really messy and gross. But yeah, so then you go ahead and add in your little cream sauce over it. You guys, this cream sauce smells amazing. Oh my gosh, it's so good. But I'm going to go ahead and smooth this out and add my bread chunks to the top. Then I have a little bit of melted butter and broth that I'll be pouring over this, and then it's going to go into a 350-degree oven for 30 minutes. Alright, so this is what it looks like out of the oven and onto the plate. This was so good, you guys. I was so super impressed with it. It was crunchy and creamy and like delicious. Like, oh my goodness. I don't know how to explain like the flavor combination in here, but please trust me, this was so good. I don't want to call it a savory bread pudding. I don't know, but it was really, really good. Definitely give this a shot. I feel like you guys will love it. Alright guys, so next up is the spinach tortellini soup. I actually saw Joana make this on her YouTube channel and it looked fabulous, so I knew I had to try it. There is such a delicious like flavor profile in this, you guys. I can't wait to show you how I made it. Alright, so I've got some butter melted in the bottom of this pan with some onions. I'm seasoning them up with some salt and some pepper. I'm going to go ahead and add in my garlic. I'm going to let that go for a little bit and add in my chicken stock. Alright, so I've added my Italian seasoning to the broth here, and I'm going to go ahead and add in my tomatoes and my beans. This recipe comes together so fast, you guys. It's crazy. Once my broth has come to a boil, I'm going to go ahead and add in my tortellini. I will say, you guys, I cut all these recipes in half, and the tortellini had a little slipperoo, and I put the whole bag in there accidentally. So that was a whoopsie, but if you actually do the recipe like you're supposed to, the spinach to tortellini ratio will not be so far off. But I just thought I had to explain that. Alright, so once the spinach has wilted, I'm going to go ahead and add in my fresh herbs. I'm going to stir that around a little bit and add in lemon juice. And then I'm going to plate it up for you guys. Alright guys, so I went ahead and grated some fresh Parmesan over this, a little bit of black pepper, and some dried parsley. This soup was phenomenal. I just like, the flavors were so bright and fresh, and that lemon really made everything pop. It was just so good, and it's a meatless meal, so you feel like light, and it was super fresh and super delicious. I really feel like this one's a crowd pleaser, you guys. Everybody loved it, including myself. Definitely a must try for you guys. Alright, so this last recipe is called Orecchiette Pancetta. Unfortunately, I did not have either of those things, thanks Corona. But I had some mini bow ties and some bacon, and this still turned out delicious. I'm going to show you guys how I made it. So I'm going to go ahead and start with some bacon in the bottom of the pan here and get that nice and crispy. And then once that's all nice and crisped up, I'm going to add in my onions and then my garlic. So I went ahead and drained off the onion, garlic, and bacon mixture of all the fat, and then I was supposed to add butter to the bottom of the pan and I forgot, so I just put it with the chicken broth. I went ahead and added in my cream. Once that came to a simmer, I added in the Parmesan cheese and just whisked that in. Then I added in my bacon, onion, garlic mixture, and I went ahead and also added in the frozen peas. I just put them straight from frozen into the sauce and they melted up beautifully, or not melted, defrosted. I added in my seasonings, and then once that came up to a bit of a simmer once again, I added my pasta to the sauce. Alright guys, this is what it looks like, all delicious and colorful, and we have Minnie here who is making subtle noises. Does anybody else's dog act like they haven't eaten in 6 years every time you make bacon? Look at her. She's just like, I can't, and she's licking her lips because she's wanting some food. But anyways, this was so delicious and I just really enjoyed it. I'm not usually a huge pea person, like I don't really like peas that much, and neither does Josh. However, they worked out really well in this pasta dish. I mainly made this because my sister loves peas, so this was a bit of a sacrifice, but it turned out to be really, really good. I may have to give frozen peas another shot, but yes, very delicious sauce. It was creamy. It does set up, so don't worry about it being a little bit liquidy. It sets up really nicely, and I really think this is, again, another must try for you guys. Alright friends, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys are able to get some delicious Magnolia Table inspiration. I really recommend getting this book. It's got so much great and versatile recipes in it. I was actually thinking of doing a what's for dinner like breakfast edition because she's got some great breakfast dishes in there. So let me know if you guys would be interested in something like that. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more. I hope you all have a blessed, awesome, and safe week, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!